Hi, welcome to Ninhao to study Chinese. This is HSK Level 1 course, and I am your teacher, Ronnie. Today we are going to learn Lesson 1, 第一课, 你好, 你好, which means hello, hello. So before we learn to write Chinese characters, first we are going to learn how to read. That's why we are going to learn pinyin first. Pinyin. So what is pinyin? Why should we learn pinyin first? As we can see, here is the topic of today's lesson, 你好. And above it, we can see there are something like English with some marks on it. That is pinyin, Chinese pinyin. Simply speaking, pinyin is the pronunciation of Chinese characters. And why should we use that? Why can't we just get the pronunciation from the characters itself, just like English? Because Chinese is not phonetic language like English or French. Chinese is ideographic language. For example, when I give you any strange, unfamiliar words in English, even though you are not familiar with it, you don't know the meaning of it, you can still read it because you've learned the alphabet of this language. But Chinese is not, it doesn't work that way. Even though you can know the meaning of the particles of Chinese characters, you still can't get the pronunciation of it because every particle of Chinese characters doesn't indicate the pronunciation of it. That's why we need pinyin to help us to pronounce Chinese characters. So first, let's move on to pinyin. So in pinyin, there are initials and finals. Initials and finals. If we put initials and finals together, then we can get a syllable. So first, let's see initials. There are 14 initials in the table, and I will read it for you. Please listen carefully. If you can, please read after me. Okay, first one is 波 波. This one is 波. Okay, next one is 坡 坡. Next, read after me, please. 摸 Next is 佛 Next, 的 Next, 特 Next, 呢 Next, 了 Next one is 歌 Use your throat. 歌 Next, 科 Next one, 喝 Next, 鸡 Try to make your tongue touch your upper gum. Okay, 鸡 Next is 七 Put your upper gum, touch your upper gum again. Next one, 西 For xi, don't make your tongue touch your upper gum. Make it be close to your upper gum, okay? Xi. So these are 14 basic initials of Chinese pinyin. Now let's see these two groups, okay? These two groups. First, let me get rid of these lines. Let's see these two groups. 波坡的特哥科 and 机器. These two groups, I'm going to separate them into these two groups. First one, this one is unaspirated group, and this one, aspirated one, aspirated initials. What does this mean? You can try to put your hand in front of your mouth or a tissue or paper in front of your mouth and try to pronounce bo and po. You can feel the air coming out of your mouth is different. Okay, for bo, you can feel the air is soft, but for po, the air is much stronger. And for bo and po, please pay attention to the lips. Po. The shape of our lips are the same. The only difference is the air coming out of your mouth. So po, softer air. Po, stronger air. And for te is the same. Te, softer air. Te, stronger air. And ge, softer air. Ke, stronger air. And ji, softer air, and qi, stronger air. That's the differences between unaspirated and aspirated initials. So now let's try to read them from start, each for once, okay? 3, 2, 1. 波 坡 摸 佛 的 特 呢 了 个 科 和 机 chi, xi. Don't forget about the air and the position of your tongue. Okay, so now let's move on to finals. As we can see, there are many finals here, so let's read after me, okay? First one is E, E, E. Next one, U, U, U. Sounds like a train. U. Next, Ü, Ü, Ü. Next, Er, Er, Er. You can try to pronounce first and then roll up your tongue. Next is A, A, A. Next one is Ya, Ya, Ya. Next, Wa, Wa, Wa. Pronounce U first and then A. Wa, Wa, Wa. This is Wa. Next, Wa. These two are the same, okay? Wa, Wa. Next is E, E, E. Next one, Ye, 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 Ye. Next one, Yue, Yue. Pronounce Yu first and then pronounce E, and then you can get Yue, Yue. Next, I, I. Sounds like English letter I, right? Next one, Y, Y. Pronounce U first and then put I after that. Y, Y. Next one, A, A sounds like English A. A. Next one is Ui. This is the pronunciation of this final, and we will write it down like this, written in a bracket. Ui. Next one is ow. Last one, yow. So as we can see, there are several different initials here, and E, A, and they appeared in many different finals. And E, A, E's pronunciation might be different from E, A, E, although they are written the same. For example, like in this one is A, but this one, ya. In this final, A actually is pronounced as ya, okay, ya. And for example, like in this final, is actually e. So it makes yeah. And for E itself is pronounced as E, but sometimes it can be sounds like so these can be different. So don't panic when you find it sounds doesn't like what you imagine, okay? So these are the finals. Now let's try to read it from the start for just once, okay? From this to this, in this direction, okay? 3, 2, 1. E, U, Ü, Er, A, Ya, Wa, Wo, Ye, Yue, I, Y, A, Wei, Ao, Yao. Okay, these are the basic initials and finals of pinyin, and there are still a very important part for pinyin, which is tone. Tone is very outstanding feature of Chinese. We have four basic tones for Chinese. And if I use ma as an example, then the fourth tone is ma, 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 ma. These four tones, okay? These four tones. And as we can see, here are four examples here for ma, 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 ma. Now let me see. First, we can see here are 5 lines. In each pinyin, there are 5 lines here, which means 5 pitches. From the first pitch to fifth, from the lowest to the highest. Okay, so first, let's see the first tone. Ma. We can see it started from pitch 5, the highest pitch 5, and it ended at pitch 5 too. So it is a level, flat sound. Ma, always on the highest pitch. Ma. And this is first tone. Let's see second tone, which is ma. Okay, it started at pitch 3, and it ended at pitch 5. From ma to ma. So we should change the pitch, right, when we read it. So it is ma, ma. The pitch is rising up from 3 to 5. Ma, ma. This is second tone. Now let's see third tone, which is ma, ma. So it started at pitch 2 and it dropped to the pitch 1 and then it rise up to pitch 5, pitch 4, more like pitch 4. So it is like 2 1 4, 2 1 4. So it is ma, ma. Read after me, please. Ma. This one can be a little bit tricky. Ma, ma. This is third tone. Started from the pitch 2 and drop to pitch 1 and then rise up to pitch 4. This is ma, third tone. And last one, the fourth tone, let's see. It started at the highest pitch and it rapidly dropped to pitch 1. So it's like ma, ma, ma. It dropped rapidly, not slowly, okay? Ma, ma. Read after me, please. Ma. So this is our 4 tones. First, second, third, and fourth. Ma, 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 ma. These 4 tones. Okay, now let's try to do some practice, okay? Do some practices. We can see there are many finals we've just learned before, and they are marked with the tone marks. As we can see here, this is the tone mark for first tone, and this is tone mark for second tone, and this is tone mark for third tone, and this is tone mark for fourth tone, just like the way it is pronounced, right? First is flat, and second is rising up, and the third is drop down and rise up again, and the fourth is drop down. So let's try to read it. Okay, read after me. First one is ah, ah. Next one, second tone is ah, ah. And third tone is ah, ah. And the fourth tone is ah, ah. Okay, next is wo. Okay, try to read it. Wo, wo. Next one is wo, wo. Second tone, and third tone is wo, wo. And fourth tone is wo, wo. The next is Let's try. First tone. Second tone is rising up. And third tone. Drop first and then rise up. And then next one. The last one is fourth tone. Drop rapidly. Next one is E. Try to read it. First tone is E. Next, E. Second tone, E. In third tone, E. Fourth tone, E. Next one is U. Okay, U. Try to read it. U. First tone, U. Level and flat, U. Second tone, U. Rise up, U. And third tone, and fourth tone, Last one is yu. Okay, first tone, yu. Second tone, yu. Third tone, 雨, 雨. And last one, fourth tone, 雨, 雨. Very good, excellent. Now we've seen how to read our tones. And now we are going to learn Chinese syllables. We've already learned 3 basic parts of pinyin, which is initials, finals, and the tones on it. And if we put these 3 parts together, then we can get a syllable. But sometimes a syllable can be there without an initial, but must be a final and a tone, okay? Final and a tone. So now let's see some examples first. What makes the Chinese syllable? First one is Mao, Mao. Okay, Mao here. Let's see. Mao is the first tone word, Mao, and it is combined by more initial and ao, the final. More ao, Mao, and the tone is the first tone. Mao, Mao, which means cat. Cat. Now, second one is yu, yu. We can see the initial part is empty here, which means it doesn't have an initial. But some students might be a little bit confused because here is an initial for it, which is Y in English, and it is pronounced as E in Chinese. So let's see here. Here, the note here. When E and U acts as a syllable by itself. When E and U acts as a syllable by itself, E is added before it. This one is added before it. This one. And with the 2 dots of U removed, which means we will remove these 2 dots and just write it like this. Just write it like this. And it looks just like oo, right? So what should we do when the final is oo? When oo itself acts as a syllable, then we should put this initial before it, okay? This one is oo, oo, okay? Now let's focus on yu, yu. Okay, so this is yu, and the tone is second tone, which is yu, yu, yu. Yu means fish, fish. Now let's see next one. Next one looks a little bit complicated, but actually it is not. Let's see, here it is. The initial G, right? G, and the final is ye, and the tone is third tone. So, 鸡爷姐, 鸡爷姐, 姐, 姐 means sister, elder sister, not younger one, the elder one. 姐, 姐. Last example is 二. We have no initial here, and the final is and the tone is fourth tone. So 二, it means 2 in Chinese. 2 in Chinese. Now we've learned the syllables. Now let's move on to next part. Next part is practice. Now let's try to practice these monosyllabic words. Okay. First one is E. It means close. E, E, as we can see, here it is the final is what? The final is E, right? The final is E, and E itself acts as a syllable. So we put this initial in front of it, and we get rid of this dot. And then we put the tone on it, tone mark. So it is E. E means close. Next one, try to read with me. Ooh, read after me, please. Ooh, ooh. It means 5. It is a third tone word. Next one is yu, yu. As we can see, the final is actually yu, but we get rid of these two dots, right? We get rid of these two dots. Read after me, please. Yu, yu, it means fish. Next one is which means ear. Read after me, please. It is a third tone word. Next one, another third tone. It is 波 e, b. The initial 波, the final e, and the tone is third tone 比 b. Next one is 摸 ao, mao. We already learned it. It means cat. Mao, mao. Next one is 岛 的 ao, 岛 initial 的, final ao, and tone is the tone 岛, which means island. Island, 岛. Next one is 喝蛙 花. The initial is 喝, and the final is 蛙, and the tone is first tone. That is 花 花. Next one, initial is 鸡, and the final is 一. So it is 鸡 鸡 鸡. It means chicken, chicken. Next one is 七 qi, qi. The initial is qi and the final is e and the tone is first tone. So it is qi, qi. Next one is 鞋. 鞋 means shoes, shoes. And the initial is xi and the final is ye and the tone is second tone. So 西也鞋鞋. Last one is 雪. Read after me, please. 雪雪. The initial is xi again, and the final is yue, and the tone is third tone. So it is 西约雪雪. It means snow, snow. Now let's try to practice some disyllabic words. Disyllabic words. So for disyllabic words, one tricky part is to separate these two characters. So where should we separate them? We should separate them from the initial and the final, right? The initial for the former one and the final for the former one and the initial for the latter one. So now let's see. First one is 科 a, ka, 4 a, fei, right? 科 a, ka, first tone, and 4 a, fei, ka, fei, ka, fei. It means coffee. Read after me, please. Ka, fei, ka, fei. Next one. 可乐 可乐. Read after me, please. 可乐 可乐. It is a third tone and fourth tone. 可乐, which means cola, cola. Next one. 科熬烤鸭烤鸭. Read after me, please. 烤鸭烤鸭. It means Beijing duck, Beijing duck. Next one. Read after me, please. 火锅喝我火歌窝锅火锅火锅. It is hot pot, hot pot. Next one. 地图. Read after me, please. 地图的意地特无图地图. It is map, map. Next one. 飞机 4A 飞 GE G. This is airplane. Read after me, please. 飞机飞机. Next one. 摸鳌毛波夷笔毛笔. Read after me, please. 毛笔毛笔. It means brushed pen, brush pen. Last one is 耳机耳 GE G 耳机. It is headphone. Read after me, please. 耳机，耳机. Very good, very good. So now let's move on to next part. Next part, the tone sandy. Tone sandy. When there are two third tones together, there will be a tone sandy. So what is a tone sandy? Actually, it is the changes of the tone. Changes of the tone. When two third tone syllables are read in sequence like this, like Ninhao, like this. We should turn the first two third tones, and when they are in a sequence, we should read the first third tone as the second tone. We should change it to the second tone. Let's see the examples. First one is 你好, which means hello, hello. 你好. They're all third tone words, third tone syllables. Then in this situation, we should change this one, this 你 into 你, change it to the second tone. 你好. Read up to me, please. 你好. In this occasion, we shouldn't read them as 你好. It is 你好. But we still will write it as 你好. But we will read it as 你好. Okay? Now let's see second example. It is 可可以 two third tone words. And when we put these two characters together, 可以, it means be able to do something, be able to do something. So when we put them together, we should change the first one into second tone, right? So it becomes 可以, 可以. Read after me, please. 可以, 可以. Very good. Next, the last example is 4无辅 third tone and 得熬导 another third tone. So 辅导 together means coach someone, be a tutor for someone. So when they're together, we should change the first one into second tone, right? So it becomes 辅导. Read after me, please. 辅导. 辅导. Okay, now let's try to practice. There are many two third tone syllables together. So now let's try to practice, try to read them. First one, 你好. Then we should change the first one, change the former one into second tone, right? Change it to 你, change it to 你. So let's read it. 你好, 你好. Next one is 可以. Very good. 可以, 可以. Next one, 4无辅得熬导. We just learned it. It means coach someone, tutor someone. So we should change it to the second tone, and it is 辅导, 辅导. Next one is 西瑶小, 西瑶小, 鸡爷姐, 小姐. When we put them together, we should change this one to second tone. Then it makes 小姐. Read up to me, please. 小姐, 小姐. Next one. 科偶口, 一语语, 口语. So we should change 口 into second tone. Then it makes 口语, 口语. Next one is 语 for 法, 语法. And then we should change 语 into second tone. So read after me, please. 语法, 语法. Very good. Next one is 法 and 语. We should change 法 into 法, so it becomes 法语, 法语. Next one is 特熬好, 特熬好, Tao, hao. We should change Tao into Tao, so it becomes Tao hao, Tao hao. Next is le yao, liao, ji ye, jie. We should change liao into liao, so it becomes liao jie. Read after me, please. Liao jie. Next one, you, you. He ao, hao. We should change you into you. So, you hao. Read after me. You hao. Next one, yu and si an, san. So we should change yu into yu. So it becomes yu san. Read after me. Yu san. Last one. Try to read it by yourself. It is shi ou shou and bo yao biao shou biao. So the correct pronunciation of it is 手表, 手表. Very good, very good. So that is all for the practice of the third tone Sandy. Now let's move on to next part. Next part is text. Let's move on to our text to learn the greetings of Chinese. So we can see here are the new words. Let's first learn the new words. First one is ni, ni, a third tone, initial ne, and the final is e, and the tone is third tone. Ni, ne, yi, ni. It is a pronoun, which means you, you, and it is a singular one, which means you are only one person, you, singular you. Okay. 你, 你. Read after me, please. 你, 你. This is you, but singular one. Next new word is 喝熬好. The initial 喝, the final 熬, and the tone is third tone, so it is 喝熬好. Read after me, please. 好, 好. It means good, fine. Good, fine. So when we put these two characters together, we can get a hello, 你好. So when we put these two together, what should we do? There are two third tone put together. Well, then we should, yes, tone Sandy, right? Tone Sandy. We should change the former one into second tone. So it is not 你好, it's 你好, 你好. Very good. Now let's try to read the text. The text here is 你好 and 你好. A and B are greeting each other. We can see, right? They are greeting each other. So I'm gonna read this first for you, and you can try to read after me. A said, 你好. B said, 你好. They are greeting each other, 你好, right? So this time, try to read after me, okay? Try to read after me. 3, 2, 1. 你好, 你好. This is the most common way to greet each other in China. 你好. Okay, let's try to learn another way to greet people. First, let's look at the new words. First one is 您, 呢银, 您. The initial is 呢, and the final is in, and the tone is second tone. 呢银, 您. Read after me, please. 您, 您, 您. This is a pronoun too. It means you, but in a respectful way. Polite way to say you. So this one, 您, is always used when you are talking to a person you respect or someone older than you, much older than you. Then you can use 您. It is better than 你. Okay, this is 您. Next one, 你们, 2 characters. First one is 你. We all know that means you. And next one is 们. We can see there is no tone mark on this pinyin, which means this is a neutral tone. Neutral tone. So for the neutral tone, we should read this neutral tone soft and quick. We shouldn't read it as 们. We should read it as 们. Okay? So read after me, please. 你们. 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 It means you, but plural. Plural. And only 你 means you, but singular, right? Singular. So 你们 plural. 你 singular. Okay. 你们 and 您. Now let's move on to our text. I will read it once for you. Please pay attention to the pronunciations, okay? A said, 您好. B said, 你们好. Okay, let's see. First, 您好. In here, we can see the polite you, right? 您 is the respectful way to say you. 您好. And we can see in this picture, there are 3 people and one couples and one is an old man. Old man, we can see his hair is white. So guess who said 您好 to who? I believe the couple said 您好 to this old man, right? Because he is older than them. To show the respect, they used 您好. 您好. So when you are greeting your teacher or someone who is much older than you, you can use 您好 instead of 你好. Okay? And B answered 你们好. 你们好. Because this old man is facing 2 people, more than one person. That's why he used the plural form of 你. He used 你们, 你们. Okay, this is 你们好. Hello to you too. 你们好. Now let's try to read it from the start. Read after me, okay? 3, 2, 1. 您好. 你们好. Very good, very good. Now let's move on to next text. Next text. First, see the new words. This one is 对不起. 对不起. 对不起 means sorry. So we can see there are 3 characters and let's separate the pinyin into 3. First one is 的位对. The initial is 的 and the final is 位 and the tone is the fourth tone. So 的位对对. And the second character is the neutral tone. We cannot see a tone mark here, so it is a neutral tone. So we should pronounce it soft and quick, soft and quick. So it is 不, 不. And next one is 起. Initial is 起 and the final is 一 and the tone is third tone. So 起, 起. Put them together, we can get 对不起, 对不起. Read after me, please. 对不起，对不起，对不起. It means sorry, sorry. Next one is 没关系，没关系. Separate them into 3. And first one is more a 没 initial more final a tone second tone. So more a 没. Next one. 关 the initial 歌 the final one and the tone first tone which makes them 歌完关歌完关关. Last one 西西 and it is a neutral tone again because there is no tone mark here. So put them together, it is 没关系没关系. Try to read after me, please. 没关系没关系没关系. Okay, this is the new words. Try to read it from the start, each word twice. First one, 对不起对不起. Next one, 没关系 没关系. Very good. And 没关系 means that's okay. It doesn't matter. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Now let's move on to the text. You can see here A said 对不起 and B said 没关系. So when someone says 对不起 to you and if you want to forgive he or she, then you can say 没关系,没关系. So let's try to read this text. Read after me, okay? Read after me. 3, 2, 1. 对不起,没关系. Very good, very good. So these are the texts for today. Now let's move on to our next part, which is the characters. Let's learn some new strokes of Chinese characters. The strokes are the basic units for Chinese characters, and several strokes can make up a character. Now let's see the basic strokes. First one is 横, okay, 横. It means horizontal. And the direction of writing it is like this, from left to right. Okay, from left to right. It is a horizontal here, from left to right, left to right. This stroke is really easy. Now let's see example characters for it. First one. It's just one horizontal and its pronunciation is E. It means one in Chinese. E. And next one, we can see there are two horizontals and one is shorter, one is longer. It is er. Read up in please. Er. It means two. So this is horizontal. 横. Next one is 树. 树, which means vertical, and the direction of writing it is from top to bottom. Now let's see the examples. First one is 十, 十一, it means 10. So for 十, first we will write the horizontal and then put a vertical here. That makes a 10. In Chinese, 十, horizontal, vertical. This is 10 in Chinese, 十. And next example is 工, which means work, labor. And it is combined by two horizontals and a short vertical. A horizontal short one and a short vertical and a little bit longer horizontal. This is 工. Okay, 横 and 树. Horizontal and vertical, really easy. Now let's move on to the next one. Is left falling. 撇. Its name is 撇, and it means left falling. And the direction of writing it is from top to bottom. Now let's see the examples. First example is 人, 人, which means human. And it consists of a left falling 撇 and then a right falling here. It makes 人, a left falling, a right falling. Next one is 八, which means 8 in Chinese. It is a short left falling 撇 and then longer right falling. It is 八, 8 in Chinese. And next stroke is 点, a third tone, 点, 的眼, 点, which means dot. And the direction of writing it is from top to bottom. Dot, a dot, 点. Okay, now let's see the examples. First one is 不, 不, which means no. And here it is a horizontal and then a left falling with a slant, left falling and then a vertical and then a dot. This is 不, which means no. And next example is 六, 六, which means 6 in Chinese. Here it is. First, we should put a dot here and then a horizontal and then two dots here, two dots. This is 6 in Chinese. Last stroke is right falling here, which is na in Chinese. Na, na, right falling. And the direction of writing it is from top to bottom, left to right. Na, na. This is right falling. And the example characters are these two. We already seen left right falling here, and let's see another two examples. So first one is 的啊大, which means big, big, 的啊大. And it is written like first, a horizontal and then a left falling and with another right falling. This is 大, which means big. And another sky, 天,特烟,天, it consists of two horizontals and a left falling and then a right falling. So these are the Chinese characters, basic particles of Chinese characters, strokes. Now let's see some single component characters. Okay, single component characters. First one, yi. This one, we've already seen it, really familiar, which means one in Chinese. So this is the how to write E in the history. And nowadays, in modern Chinese, we will write E like this. E from left to right, okay? Left to right. E, really easy one, which means one. Next single component character is two, which is er. And we can see how to write it. First, a shorter horizontal and then a longer one down. So it is written in this direction. So as we can see, the rule of writing Chinese is from left to right, from top to bottom, left to right, top to bottom. Okay, left to right, top to bottom. This is the direction. Now let's see next one. Next one is three. Three in Chinese, the pronunciation is 四安三. Read after me, please. 三. And we can see there are three horizontals. Yes, three horizontals. First, a short horizontal, and then a shorter horizontal, and then our longest horizontal. Now let's try to write it. A horizontal, another horizontal, left to right, top to bottom. This is the direction of writing it. 三, 3. Next one, 十. We've already seen that. It means 10. Now let's see how to write it. So first, it is a long horizontal, 横, and then a vertical, 竖. Okay, try to write it by yourself. 横竖. Horizontal, vertical. Horizontal, vertical. Left to right, top to bottom. Left to right, top to bottom. This is the direction. Next one is 八. 八 means 8. 8 in Chinese, 8. So first, let's see. We will write what is this? Left falling, right? Left falling, and then write a right falling. And there is a space between them. Don't forget the space, okay? Don't forget the space. Now let's try to write it by ourselves. First one is a left falling, and then a longer right falling. Short left falling, longer right falling. This is 八, 撇捺. Left falling, right falling. Top to bottom, left to right, top to bottom. This is the direction. Last one is 六, 六, which means 6. Read after me, please. 六. And let's see how to write it. First, there is a dot, and then a horizontal, right? Horizontal, and then a left falling, and then a dot. try to write it by ourselves. First, a dot, and then a horizontal, and then a left falling short one, and then a dot. Try to write it again. Dot, horizontal, left falling, dot. 点,横,撇,点. This is 6 for Chinese. So this is all for today's class. Thanks for listening and try to practice how to write and how to read pinyin after the class, okay? Thanks for listening. See you next time. Bye bye.